Fanche, toe kick.
Another one coming out. That's a single shot.
Whoa. First move, do south palm strike. Then Phoenix spread swings. Then down block eye poke. Mantis spies a cave. Step forward, straight punch. Are there any questions so far?
Can you show me the Phoenix?
Right knee up, I'm circling. And then I'm stepping back and sink. My right hand is circling on top, so I'm just doing like a big circle here, like a big yin yang palm move. And then as I do that, I'm bringing my right knee up. And so now my palms are facing upward. And as I step back, my left hand does a mantis hook and it's curving down as I shift into tiger riding stance, while my right hand flicks all the way up.
Thank you.
You're
The
welcome.
middle part where you do this thing, I
Yes.
forgot, what does the left hand do?
I'm gonna shift into a left forward stance. My left hand pulls behind me as my right hand does that circle. So from the side view, I'm doing Hing Choi here, and as I shift, my left hand just pulls straight back. So it's the pinky side is up. I'm just like, think of like grabbing someone's arm and just yanking it back. So I'm pulling back while my right hand circles up and around.
Got it, thank you.
Good question. I'm gonna do a toe kick and then pluck while my leg is extending. So I'm here and then I gotta pluck, and I have to try to pluck at the same time as I extend that toe kick. So pluck and toe kick all at the same time. So that's the hard part. So I'm gonna be right forward and I'm gonna pluck into that toe kick. My arms, elbows are gonna be slightly bent as I pull to the side. Imagine if you're like playing a tug of war and you're pulling the rope really hard while you're toe kicking at the same time. That feeling of pulling that rope is gonna help. In the form, we go toe kick, and then we land into a right forward stance and a hammer fist strike. So common thing for us is toe kick, and then we might go into a horse stance, but we just have to remember, in this case, we're double grabbing, and then we go into a forward stance with the hammer fist strike. Forward, and pluck with that toe kick, back one guard, pluck, and back one. I'm gonna turn to my left, Hing Choi. There's only one move to my left side, then I'm gonna turn around and halting palm. So that's the weird part. I have to go one move and then the one move the other way around. All right, so again, from the whipping fist, turn around. Hing Choi, then turn around. I have to stomp my right foot and go into halting palm. Completely change directions in that way.
Question, for the Hing Choi, do we step into it or do we just move into it?
And then you're just shifting into a forward stance. So you're just essentially here and just extending. Pop. Horse stance, forward, turn around. Fanche, pluck, and hammer. Yeah, there you go. Good job, you guys. So going upwards, where our sword finger is gonna be on our wrist, and I'm just slicing up. Try to feel it from the dantian, your center. So everything's starting from the center. You guys are looking pretty smooth. It's like Jedi Knights in training.
I know when you're going forward, you said there's like string attached to your leg, you know, you go with this.
Yes.
But when you're coming back, where's the string attached?
So if you're walking backwards, and it's not gonna be the same. So if I'm walking forward, then yeah, it feels like there's a string to my knee and the sword as I walk forward, and same thing on the left side. But as I go backwards, it's more like my left foot has to step back ahead, then my right foot steps back ahead, and then my sword goes. So it's the opposite. There's no like string pulling your sword or sword pulling your string when you're going backwards. And that's just something I ate up with going forwards to help kids understand the idea of leg and sword.
Kids and me.
I think all of us can benefit from learning from kids.
It's okay if like our wrists hurt a little bit from doing something is not used to.
With a straight sword, you are going to be using your wrist quite a bit. If we don't really use it all too much, then yes, the tendons and the ligaments in our wrist is going to start to hurt. You might even feel it more towards your elbow. The more you practice, yes, it will get stronger. You don't want to push it too far where you strain it and you injure it, but you do want to add a little bit of stress. So what it does, it just forces the body to say, hey, all right, if you're going to keep doing this, then I'll adapt for you to be able to do this. Kung Fu practitioners, that's what you tend to see, is their arms tend to be very strong like that. That's from melon hammers, that's from our spear, the broadsword, everything. It makes our arms very, very resilient. So yeah, good question. And then the next one, let's go right forward and practice our circles. So remember, you're starting from the dantian and flowing with the circle, sword fingers on the wrist. I am taking my sword and turning it sideways and just feeling that circle. I don't want to just use my wrist. I want to try to feel it from my dantian, the center of gravity. Now, why don't we do a quick combination? We'll do the counterclockwise circle. So a few circles, and then once we get into one of the circles, pull for that side strike. The circle, and then you feel comfortable and pull. Just try to let it flow when you go into that side turn. Just feeling that circle. I don't want to just use my wrist. I want to try to feel it from my dantian, the center of gravity. Look at his eyes. Ride, no. And class miss. Great job, you guys.